So we're playing 7 Days to Die today. Uh, I believe what we're going to do is going to explore that new snow map area. So I'm actually in the snow. I've got a few areas here that have snow towns around me. I've already explored them pretty heavily, but we got a new one uncovered and I had to go up and find the trader as part of a quest. So I'm going to go and have a look around this town today and see if I can find maybe some ATMs and some interesting stuff. So I just got to kit up for that before we head off. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to need more repair kits. I'll only travel with a bit more than that. Oh. I've been playing a few different games over this past week, and my key mashing is a bit on point. Alright, leave that. Oh, you don't have much wood left. Yeah, alright. I'm not really smelting anything at the moment. I'm more so just, I guess, trying to empty out these boxes a little bit because they're pretty full. I have a lot of resources, but at this point in the game I have like enough stuff that I don't really need, you know, to be making more stuff. Alright, so I'm going over to snow. So snow's not going to be too bad for needing ammunition and stuff. I also don't need that much lockpicks. Let's see. Probably take... I don't know, I do have an SMG gun. I might just take the 2 stacks of 2. That might be a good idea. Let's see how it goes. See if I can pick up some on my way. And I shall need to be fed. Let's see, is medical drinks. Here we go. These yucca smoothies are pretty good. They do food, water, and health. And I'm pretty much... I'll grab us some food as well and a drink independent to it, but I pretty much don't really want to be traveling with her on an empty stomach if I can avoid it. I'll just grab a water as well. There we go. Okay, so I'm not going to take any medical stuff. My guns are kind of like okay at the moment. I've got my 2 main guns. I've got my utility gear, hunting stuff, and you know, I don't really need to carry around a nail gun when I'm getting around, but I never really take it out of my inventory anymore. So that should be fine. Now, I will need my bike. A little bit slow on the controls, like I said. I've just come off a week of kind of holidays over the Christmas New Year period. And for me, that's meant playing some Warzone and some other games and stuff. So I'm a little bit slow on it. I kind of want to take my motorcycle. I do want to fly over there. So take both. Because the motorcycle will be easier in town, but I'll need the helicopter to get there at least safely. So I'll pop it like that. Alright. There we go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've got fuel for this. Where's my fuel? Here. Alright. I'll just make sure that these guys got some fuel. I'll just pop out back. Oh, wrong button again. Okay. Generally refuel my gear when I get back. Yeah, that's looking like it's fueled. And yeah. Okay. What about utility stuff? Nope, they're all refilled. That'll be fine. I don't want to take a gas canister with me if I don't have to. We'll leave that behind. And we'll head off. These are all like my friends' robots when they've left them around town. Can't pick them up. The only problem with the robots is if they're locked, you can't pick them up. Oh, a little bit lag. Alright, so we'll have to take off now. My helicopter down. Oh. I haven't actually put any markers down for where I'm going, but I should be able to find this relatively easy. Or at least I'll put some markers down once I'm in the air. Oh. Not sure what's going on. There was a pretty big lag spike. My monitors were kind of fucking around this morning, and one of them turned off, and no matter what I did, it would not turn back on. So I ended up having to restart everything while it was open because it was my main monitor, which is really unfortunate because that's not something I would like to do. And I run the 7 days on a private server, so obviously that got shut down as well. So it might be kind of like trying to recover a little bit from that, or it could be trying to spawn in something too. If it's trying to spawn in a big group or something, it can sometimes like have like a momentary lag spike, just for me. I think when the next update comes out, I'll probably just run it from my Steam games. That way the extension that I've got for it in Twitch will be compatible. I don't think it's compatible with this personal server that I host, but yeah, it shouldn't matter too much. It's really just there for the fun of it. I'd like to see that work one day. It's about 3 kilometers out, so that's not too bad. I am still kind of leveling up the trader in the wastelands. However, I'm not focused on that at all today. I'm focusing in on mostly just the snow map. See how that goes. I mostly just want to see what's up here. Like, obviously, I have explored a great deal of my map as is. So there's not a lot left that I haven't seen as far as towns go. However, exploring individual towns and harvesting certain things is always good. Like, I wouldn't mind going around and taking apart some of the meters and just taking the coins out of that. Maybe scaling up some things. You know, if they've got certain types of towns or buildings or whatever. I think that might be interesting. I think I'll be going over a patch of wasteland in a second, so this will go like completely not visible. It amazes me that if you go over the wasteland area, it's just no visibility. Yeah, there you go. Honestly hate that it does that, because I get it, you're flying through like a smoky sort of area, but at the same time, I can't see anything. If I was trying to land in the wasteland area, it's quite difficult. You have to fly pretty much just above the tree line to be able to see anything. And then you risk hitting the trees. So it's kind of like you got to be really careful with it, or you got to fly along like the open road channels if you got them. Here we are, back in snow. Yeah, so let's have a look at what's around here. Okay. So yeah, that's a big major road coming out of the wasteland. Oh, I've got to stop yawning. I keep yawning because, I don't know, when I don't talk very much generally. So when I am talking like now, my brain doesn't really know how to breathe enough oxygen at the same time as I'm talking, I swear. So I'm going to pull up over into this corner over here and just kind of like have a walk around. Well, I guess it'd be mostly like maybe a motorbike ride around. So I do want to get into the inner city, but I do kind of like want to see what's out here. And it looks like there's quite a few, like the big green buildings are usually something, you know, something extras in them. We'll just come down here. Oh, right next to Wolf. Let's go a little bit further ahead. There we go. Give me this. Alright. We got a zombie over there. I am not going into a vet if I don't have to. I am well aware that you got zombie dogs in there, and that is not my business. Oh, wrong button. I remember it's E. I'll take some paper. It's R. Alright. There we go. I feel like a noob every time I get back on and play, because like some games require you to hold down E or press F or tap E or whatever. If I'm going in between, what is it? Generation 0 in this game is probably the worst too, because in Generation 0 you have to hold down when you have to hold down E, whereas in here you only have to tap it. So going back and forth between the two, I have to get a little bit confused with that. Let's have a look around. So we've got this hotel. Okay. Cars, zombie. I do want to try taking down this knife. Okay, that was a lot more effective than I thought it would be. I also don't want feathers or bones. I'm going to stock up some stuff. I'll see what I think about it as I go. I mean, I normally do take back a lot of gear. Now, I know that this grain place has some stuff right at the top. But I'm not really here for that kind of like heavy duty loot. I mostly just want to have a roam around. I'm familiar with the town a bit. I want to save my bullets as much as possible because I want to stay out here for a while. What? I haven't had to do a lot of like hand-to-hand combat with my player for a long time just because we've had the bullets. We got them pretty far along. I'm gonna read that. I could save them, but there's not much point. Alright. Got lots of farms. I don't really need seeds or anything at this point in time. Actually forgot to check my crops before I left, but I'm pretty sure I harvested them off stream last time. My theory was that I had a lot and it was going to take quite a while, and I sort of ran out of time that day for the stream portion of the video, and I'm like, I still want to get this done, but I don't want this to be like the start of the next video. It's just me wandering around harvesting for like 10 minutes. No. Don't touch me. Okay, so we got a fuel station and stuff. Alright. So this will be the edge of town, probably going inwards, so we'll head in. You know, chicken. You know, it's funny, for the longest time, we kind of thought that the nests belonged to the roaming chickens, and then the logic kind of happened that the birds are what, like the vultures are what actually spawns from those, from the nests, and it kind of like occurred to us that we're not getting chicken eggs, we're getting like those undead raptor looking thing eggs. Oh, that's interesting, a little cluster of zombies there. Okay, so we're coming back into some buildings. Hey, a bear. A regular bear. I mean, regular bear meat's good. Just bring it in. There we go. Get rid of that guy. Whoa, shit! You got a lot closer. Alright, that actually scared me. I didn't expect it to come closer to, like, that fast, and then for some reason it stopped. There's a big cat up here. Yeah, I don't really want you getting that close to me. What is this, some kind of wasteland spot? How weird. It's kind of neat to slow down. There's another big cat there. I don't want to shoot it. Yeah, so what is this, like, little tiny patch of wasteland in the snow? How strange. Interesting, though. Like, I wonder if you get certain, like, creatures spawn and stuff there specifically. That'd be pretty cool. Alright. I'm gonna ignore that zombie. I'm gonna head into town. So pretty close. I'm not doing a great job of mapping out this place just because I'm kind of like not actually adhering to a grid. I normally would. I don't think I've got parkour, that's right. Okay. So, we're almost at the main street. Let's go have a look at that. What we got? Isn't that bad. Yeah, probably not. Oh, hello. That's right. They sometimes run in town. Be careful with that. Okay, so what do we got over here? A few different places. Electrical place. Uh, hardware. Oh, the town hall. We actually set up a base in town hall once. It was one of the worst decisions possible. This place is way too big to secure. No matter how you want to go about it. We'll go up the top. I'm pretty sure that there's actually loot all the way up there. I also do want to take down these. They give you... Yeah, they give you a couple of coins each. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we ended up making a way up from the side, but I actually want to know if there is a way up. Just out of curiosity, because, I mean, we got up the side all the time. This is where we ended up putting boxes and stuff, but there had to be something to take us up there initially, is my theory. No? Okay. Alright, well, I'm just going to pop down a few frames. Probably about that many is fine. Tidy up my inventory while it's open. Not keeping those bullets. Unless I find a cellar. Whatever. Not that useful for me. Alright. You have to get up here, yep. Huh? Now I'll need another couple of boxes up here, I think. I kind of want to... Yeah, about there. Yeah, no, I can work with that. Yeah, so we originally had a base up here. And, you know, we kind of worked on this little survivor area, built up the walls so that they were enclosed again, just like, you know, how it's kind of supposed to look. And one of our teammates ended up using the room up above us, kind of like an extra makeshift area. Oh, yeah. I guess there were zombies up there. Alright, I'll have to go up and have a look. Alright. So, we're getting some okay stuff out of here. This is why, originally, this was actually a pretty good area to come up, because we immediately had, like, a lockbox and storage boxes within those, and we just had to throw a bedroll down, and we had the cooktop. Okay, we even got a map then. Getting a lot of crap. Okay, let's clean up some shit. So, I should actually have that in my drone. Just give me space. Hi, drone. How did I end up with 23 more? Must have hit it. Okay. The bottle of acid is always useful. We don't need stuff like that. Coins I'll be needing as I run around. Oh, I got a battery at some point. Sweet. Okay. Sort of just need to sell that and like things like that. I'll put some of this stuff in here that I'm not really expecting to get a lot of double ups of. Let's see how it goes. Alright. I should leave you in here. Already maxed out that meat stack. Alright. Okay, so I'll go up a little bit higher. I'm pretty sure there's like a ladder or something. Oh, shit. At some point that gets you up to that last little spot. Or at least I thought there was. I'm not sure if that just muted when I sneezed, or if it just brought up that menu key. I'm sorry if it was full volume, if it didn't mute. Hey, oh. I don't necessarily need its meat. I just want to make sure it doesn't like surprise me. There's a green zombie in there too, actually. I'm gonna go up this wall. I'm gonna put a ladder on this end. Since I made these, I might as well turn them into ladders. I think that's this. Yeah. Alright. Sounds like the zombies are kind of going ham out there. What happened to my ladder stack? Okay. Something went wrong here. There we go. That'll do it. so we ended up putting like a couple of couches and making sure this roof wasn't fully collapsible. Ended up being a nice little spot up here. I've got pretty good sneaking ability. I don't set off those as easily as most people do. Alright. So, actually almost evening. So where would I like to go for the evening? Another wolf. Alright, I'm pretty sure I came from that direction before. So I do want to kind of like, I do want to harvest. Oh, that's a couple of zombies. I want to harvest all the, what you call them? The, actually don't even remember what they're called. They're street meters. That's it. Jesus, I haven't used one for so long. I can't even remember what they're called. But yeah, I kind of want to like harvest all these things, so that I can kind of get the coins from and stuff. However, there'll be a couple of buildings here that might be worth just going for a roll through, except for the fact that it is coming on to night. Nighttime here is pretty nuts. The car park over there I could probably roost up in for the night. And where I am is currently safe, just to clarify that. I might slowly work down through this building, perhaps. That might be a good way to spend the evening. You know, limit the... God, I hate going down ladders. Limit the amount of zombies that can access me. Alright, somebody down there is very excitable. Let's get up in here. Because these two are dead. I'll swap over to my shorter range gun. They sound like they're right there, but I know that's not a wall. It's actually pretty dark in here. Get the hell away from me. I know you explode. You'd probably get close enough, blow up, I'd die. Yes, I'm not really chasing any specific resources at the moment. However, I mean, there's always stuff that I do go for. Right, can they get up? Sort of. What are you doing inside of here, drone? Just shut that for my safety. Oh, yeah. There's a cluster. Oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, you guys noticed where I am yet? You get out? Oh, yeah. They'll be out in a minute. I'll say that much. Oh, you aren't dead. Yeah, they got a minute. I kind of want to pick this. Just listening for when the steps start moving instead of just standing there. Alright, that's... Oh, there we go. Here they are. Alright. Well, that's the ones on this level that's a problem at the moment. So where were you guys coming from? Are you coming from downstairs? Maybe? Jesus Christ, my parkour was a bit much. Whoa. I always forget that I've got parkour because I never used to level it. Ever. Never needed it until we got Feral Sense of Night. And then we really needed it. There's a hole over here, guys. They're not the smartest. Yeah, so when we ended up with the Feral Sense at Night, it ended up being that you had to have parkour to be able to make a base or start anywhere up safe, away from where the zombies were or could reach you. Otherwise, you're basically just sitting ducks. Okay, so it's now... I would say that's probably been mined out. Okay, so it's now nighttime, so they're now gonna go all feral sense on me and like find their way to me easier. I don't have to do much. I just have to make the smallest amount of noise, and then my problem. My thing is, they got up here, right? Which means that there's a hole somewhere on there that they had to. There's no. Where are you guys coming from? I know, love. Okay, it must be. Oh, there. Okay, there and there. I see where they're coming from. Oh. You can't really go this way, can you? Oh, shit, they can. Oh god, there's dogs coming and everything. Well, at least I shot the dog without, like, seeing it originally. Hey. I'm not in the worst spot. At least I can get out of here. I might honestly have to move out of here. I don't want that guy to mine through that spot. Alright. I'm hearing a lot of footsteps. I'm going to move back to where I was. Hearing them down there. Let's go back up these stairs. I don't think they can get... I mean, I could jump to that if I wanted to. But I don't think they can really do much with this. I don't really want to fuck around with it either, because knowing me, I'll just fall down there. And then I'll be absolutely screwed. So let's get back up here where it's hard to get to me. And let's see what we can shoot from the roof. There's a lot of footsteps going on. A lot of footsteps where there shouldn't be footsteps on this roof. Now, we did get pretty familiar with this building. Like, over here is a far safer way for me to end up, like, dealing with them. They sound like they're a lot higher up than they are. I kind of want to draw some zombies in. I also kind of don't. Kind of shaped like a crown, you know? Yeah. Big cat. I don't know if there's like a set spawn rate of like the animals. I'm pretty sure there is. Oh shit. Wait, how the fuck do you guys get up to me? Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a little bit of an inconvenient problem. That's not as safe as I was thinking it was. Okay, you know what? I put a couple of blocks here. Sounds like somebody's running where they're not supposed to be again. Look, man. Leave it alone. Look, drone, you're in the road. I'm not going to sit here all night and guard that little spot. As far as I'm concerned, I want to get up higher. There should be a way up here. I think. Should be able to. Almost. Put a box. No. There we go. Oh shit, nearly fell down the hole. Alright, let's get over here. Now that I'm up in a spot where they can but can't get to me as easily, they do come out of here. I can at least shoot them. Why is it there's not more zombies getting around, you know? Fuck with that, mate. Of course they can actually, like, break through that wall, hey? Yeah, you see, this is very much why the town hall is not a secure location. Oh yeah, the music stopped, so they should have. Oh, they're still here walking. Normally, when you hear the attack music, you know you're getting raided by a horde or something. Oh no, you don't. I try not to waste my long range bullets as much as possible. Not a lot of activity. It's definitely a lot less activity than like the wastelands at night. I can still hear somebody. Somebody's in this building. Alright. I guess they're slowly shuffling through. Maybe I might be able to spot them through here. I wish I had grenades, honestly. The grenade kind of situation. Hmm. Pretty peaceful at night. I'm thinking this place, if it's got a post office or something somewhere, that would have an ATM in it. Pretty sure the car park has one. Anytime you find a bank, obviously they have them, but you gotta find them. So it's not like in this game I really need the cash or anything. It's more like I just map them out because there are times when you do want to buy something, and just knowing where the ATMs are and just doing a refresh run around and grabbing it while you're in town is just useful. I actually don't mind this game at night. I mean, when feral sense isn't on, I don't mind it at night. Which direction am I looking at? Okay, so over there must be all wasteland because I'm looking up here and I'm like, that's wasteland on that hill. I'm not sure. Oh, that actually goes quite a way. There could be another town in there. Maybe. Should consider doing a flyover at some point. Let's stop down here and grab this. They all hear me again. All interested in finding out where I went. What big guy's running in? I wonder how long it takes him to get up this building, though. Oh, okay. Not friggin' long at all. I forgot that there's a hole over there. I am super glad that my gun is at least silenced. I'm not bringing in as many people as I could be. See if there's anything from me that I can stack into you. You can take that. I don't need that. I need to treat those. I mean, I could save them and sell them, but I'm not going to hoard up a bunch of books when I'm just kind of exploring a town. It's just a waste of space. I'll tell you what, though, at nighttime you can really farm some XP. I've got like 19 points available and I just haven't put them anywhere yet. If these people would stop attacking at night, I'd actually have some time to allocate those skill points. I sort of almost want to let them get up here, work on the wall so they can come up, but then I don't. I'll sit down and turn my light off. Am I as visible to these people? Look how nice it looks in there. It's all like lit up via a candle. Looks so nice. What are they destroying over here? Oh, they might be just doing the same thing on this side. Sounds like it. I guess they're coming up through this part of the roof, maybe? I don't know, it's pretty concerning noises. I feel like they're just going to pop out over here somewhere, but I don't think that goes anywhere. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh. Did they just destroy something? Whoa! Where did you guys come from? I mean, there's a lot of gargling going on for sure. They had to have come up through here. Quick look down here. No. Nothing's broken. How did they get up to me? Something in there. Oh, this is broken. Interesting. Okay. Come on, come back over here. Reload. Dreadful timing. Now let's put a box in here. Kind of like shove it to them. Crafty. I always forget that they can fit through one box now if it's the floor one. Because they can crawl. All of the zombies can crawl. It always gets me because I'm so used to, for the longest time, this game only had like the one zombie that crawled. It was that like spider guy. Now you've got like multiples that can crawl. Like all of them can crawl essentially. It's a bit of a surprise, honestly. Alright, so the fog's blizzard, I guess, is rolling in. My person's probably going to get really cold really fast. Alright. Well, it's almost morning. It's still going to be pretty dangerous to get down on the ground, honestly. I know it's not super exciting, but next time I'll be definitely playing without feral sense on. And I'll have pretty much everything will be reset back to kind of the default. Turn that off. Got pretty low visibility over here at the moment. Yeah, so I think next time I start up 7 days. As in from a fresh map, a fresh start, all the things. I think what I'm gonna aim to do is have like, we increased the amount of experience we got and stuff after a while because it was just such a goddamn grind to play through, just to get, a few skill points. So I'd be taking that back down to where that normally is and just playing through the game as it actually is because I think that would make it pretty interesting from my perspective because I haven't sort of played it from that point for a while. We have a few things that are just a little bit better. Like, I don't think I'll ever change the drop anything on death if I can avoid it. Just because we're so used to not dropping anything at all when we die. So that would kind of like screw us over immediately without even thinking about it. Let's see. Gonna do some points. This one's basically at the end, so might as well hit that. I'm not 100% actually sure what I'm still going for here. But I've got most things. I know I had to do a lot of perception and sneaking and stuff like that from the very beginning. We just didn't have the choice. Would like to level up Deadeye a little bit because I know that helps with the rifles. And I've just got every kind of skill point you could possibly have, so it's not like I'm wasting it at this point. You know what? 225? Like, we've gotten up to 300 once. It's kind of one of those things. Either you advance too quickly or you advance too slowly. and it becomes difficult to kind of like, you know, keep up with that because it's, I don't know, it's a kind of repetitive game in a sense, but I don't really mind. I don't get too bored of it. Let's see. Boomstick. I'm not doing shotgun, and I'm not doing melee stuff this time. I wouldn't mind doing another run through of like having the mallet. Oh, there's a zombie fight going on. Yeah. No, I ended up one of my games. I had Skull Crusher. I had that from the very beginning, and it was pretty good. I ended up using a mallet pretty exclusively. I'm still on 33% visibility, so I'm a little bit on edge because these zombies are slowly moving in. I'm not sure where that wolf is going to, though. Have a look. Huh. It's just running away. Fascinating. I like how the warmth of my yucca smoothie is still holding strong at the moment in this blizzard. Okay. So I could go up heavy armor. At this point, that wouldn't be too bad. Enough points. That'll allow me to have some steel armor at least, which I rarely ever go into heavy armor, just because it's always decreases my ability to run. Ooh, well insulated. And hear things getting closer. Alright. They sound like they're working their way up. Hey, the blizzard stopped. And it's morning. Sweet. Okay. Alright, so back to trying to find where the ATMs are. Did you work out the hole yet? No? They're still working on coming through that hole again. Man. Why are there so many fucking dogs and wolves? Let's just get rid of them. I'm not dealing with that. I'll tell you that fucking much. I do not like the zombie dogs. Especially the noises they make when they attack you. I have actually been mauled by dogs twice in my life as a child. And while I have grown to like and trust some, I sure as shit took a long time to get that trust with those exclusive dogs. So I don't really like the sound of dogs charging and snarling and attacking me. Kind of brings back some PTSD, if you will. And these fucking dire wolves. The amount of times I've lost everything at the beginning of a game because I'm running around and I've just come across a dire wolf at night and it's just been facing away from me and I've walked straight up into it. Alright, I'm just going to run down here and I'm going to come back up that side in a minute. I do love how morning looks on this game. Like, look how pretty that is in the distance. So beautiful. I don't know. I understand that the graphics on this game are not the best out there. I do get it. Like, they're kind of shit. But at the same time, there's some things that I really appreciate that, designers and developers and stuff like that do. Like, just that. So pretty. Well, that's my problem now. Let me up. I was expecting to get like a headshot on that. That did not happen. That's okay. There's a lot of dead meat in this road. Calm down, love. She was the definition of hot. Like 30 seconds of her life. So this guy, apparently. Like, if you guys, like, if I didn't need to save my bullets for nighttime, I would just probably just spray and praise. But, because I actually do want to run around for a bit. It's funny, I've been playing a lot of Warzone, so I keep looking at these thinking, like, I can save shit in them. And I'm like, no, wait a minute, wrong game. Is this kind of some kind of military thing? What is this? Okay. I'm not sure what this place is. Kind of has like a factory military sort of vibe to it. The manhole there. I'm sure this is where I'm supposed to come up, but let's go down it. Oh. And it's all fun and games until somebody plays peekaboo. I don't like peekaboo. Why did it suddenly get brighter? Did that light just turn on? How my inventory? Oh yeah. I need to... I've read them. I'm just not carrying them. But you guys kind of fucked up because I'm pretty sure I've got Pierce. So this is kind of interesting in here. Let's have a look. Have I got Pierce? I'm pretty sure I do. What do you wonder? Carts. Oh, my arm. Must have laid on it weird. I feel like I'm blind. I'm pretty sure it's on the screen here somewhere. I'm not seeing it yet. What was on this one? Oh yeah, there. Yeah, I do have that. So, I mean, they're fucking up by just, like, lining up. There could be things in here, but I'm just going to run past. Lava. Okay. This is pretty interesting. That's the fastest way to find out if you got zombies. Whoop. I like that. It's like one zombie gets shot, so the other one's like, oh my god, bullets. Walks towards it. I can hear you, bird. Disgusting scum. I hate these birds so fucking much. There we go. That'll solve that issue. Alright. I'm not really seeing much in here. There's an open door over there, though. What the fuck? Where'd you guys come from the roof? I was up there and I didn't see you. That's a bear. That's definitely a bear. Well, okay. Let's see if I can do this right. There we go. Can I reach you from here? I don't want to get down. Damn it. Alright. I'm not happy about it. What is that noise? Dude. I'm trying to harvest bear here. Okay. So, I'm guessing I'm kind of semi-following the path. I don't know if I'm following it in the forwards or backwards direction. I don't think it matters. This is very cool. I could see a zombie down here before, but I've lost track of where he went. I did not make that jump. Oh shit! No. A big fucking no. No, thank you. Hey, a box. Here I was, blissfully just bouncing away up on these, like, high areas. And next minute I fall down, and the result is there's fucking dogs. Of course there's fucking dogs. No, can't get back up. I can't open that. How the fuck do I get out of here? Is there actually a way? Am I supposed to just go over the wall? And this is pretty sunk down too. I don't need those cobblestones, by the way. I just picked them up for the shits and gigs. Okay, so obviously coming up here, and you walk up along here. My guess is I'm supposed to jump and get across there. I'm supposed to go out that. Okay. Alright, so I could have avoided the dogs altogether. I had to just stayed up here. It would have been my problem somewhere else. Okay, there's a hole there. Is there another one here? Yeah. Double shot. Okay. So I take it that this takes me into where I just was. So I'm supposed to have come in through here, I gather, and then go down that manhole and out from there. That seems like the way stuff is going. Dude, stop breaking the road. I have to admit, that's one thing when you're like maintaining an area that has road as part of it. Very, very hard to fix and repair road. Okay, I came from this side. I'm not going to fuck around in here for much longer. That was interesting. Definitely. Can I jump this? Of course I can. It was definitely an interesting place. I don't think I've seen it before. Run the crutch. Better surprise third visitor. Alright. Ah, I hate those. Like, I hear them and I don't see them when I walk over them. Oh yeah, I got people shit in here. I don't see them when I walk over them, right? So the noise kind of like traps me and goes, oh shit, something's falling from the ceiling. So I look up and then the thing breaks on the ground beside me and I'm like, oh, there was no threat. You eat your soup. I don't know how I'd go in an actual zombie apocalypse, to be honest. It's not so much that I'm like specifically picky about food. I mean, obviously, like my Crohn's disease makes me I can't eat certain things, and that would be basically I'd die from my disease anyway. But if I was a able-bodied person who could eat anything they wanted without getting violently ill from it, I imagine I would probably run across the problem of like, for instance, I can't stand soup. I don't know what it is about it. I do not like food in liquid form. Like if it's a really nice, good, like puree kind of soup, something that's like a good consistency, I'm okay with it. I don't really like it to be both chunky and liquidy at the same time. Which of course is basically the definition of soup, is to be chunky and liquidy at the same time. Hey, okay, so we upped this before, so I'm gonna wear it. Did I have mods? Yeah, I did. Alright. And the good thing is, because this was leather, I should be able to scrap it. Can I modify you, please? There we go. Okay, I could sell this, but I'm just gonna scrap it. And I'm supposed to be putting medical stuff in you. It's supposed to be a medical device. Take more of the meat. I really want to get rid of these. I'm obviously not going to get to a trader anytime soon. Let's see. I don't want to store a heap of like just random foods in here. Oh, there's two of you. I was like, a fair bit of like continuous noise for one. I mean, they do carry on a little bit, but not usually to that degree. Right, so that takes you in there higher. Okay. I'm over here now. There's a few different stores over there. I'm looking for a post office. You know when you want to mail your, post-apocalyptic letters to your pen pal? That's what I'm about right now. Trying to find where I can get that lodged. Alright. Radio Shack. Oh my god. It just... I don't know. I just think of like the movie Kung Pao. If you haven't seen it, look it up. Watch it. It's so awful, but good. Anytime I ever see like something that's like radio place or something, I just think of like this particular skit that they've got where it's like, let me know if you see a Radio Shack. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna harvest you because you're right here. You sound like a big guy. I don't see a big guy. Oh shit, I need to repair that. Oh, great, that's gonna be a while. Okay, so what is this? This is a CPA. Oh. Okay, so a window was open. Can I get through this? Yeah, I should be able to now. Okay, so I don't know what a CPA is. Ah! I was actually trying to shut the door. Come back here. Alright, there's nothing particularly special in here. Oh, the room kind of keeps going. Quite cool. Hey, gun safe. How did I just walk past that? I do like at least it's not the worst thing to lockpick them at this point in the game. It used to be a freaking nightmare. You sit here just constantly re-rolling on the unlock. Alright, there's obviously a lot of zombies moving around. I haven't actually dealt with a walking horde for a while. Which they do end up walking up into buildings and stuff. What the fuck was that noise? No, wait. Okay, so that comes up from downstairs. So this isn't a safe area. Why am I using that gun? Not locked? Yeah. Okay. Get up on here. Yeah, I figured there'd be more than one. It's a very interesting building. I haven't been in this one before. Actually, a few buildings in this town I haven't seen before. Kind of good. Oh, okay. Well, I haven't come across that in this game either. Interestingly enough. Let's see what's up here. I don't want to explore this whole place, but I mean, pretty interesting. I could have got a better sneak bonus than that. Book place. I would be curious if I could get a book I haven't read before at this point. Expecting birds. That's great. Hey, Shamways. And, old shiver dog place. Going back inside. Hope I don't walk into the wrong place across the road. End up with the doggos. Hey! Wait your fucking turn! You fucking deserved that. You can wait too. Now you will be seen. I don't have the fucking time to deal with you. Now what? Are you in here? You sound like you're in here. Where are you guys coming from? Okay, alright. Well, at least I know there's, like, what, 4 less up the top here? Hey, nice. Yeah, that's a good amount of loot. Huh. That's funny. There we go. More points. Alright. I'm obviously carrying a bit of stuff. You should probably be healing me, drone. That's kind of what you do. Okay, let's get some order to this inventory at least. So, something like this I probably would take back. I'm hearing a great deal of shuffling. Oh, that was a hat trick. Did you see her duplicate? I mean, she didn't really, but, you know, it was close. Alright. I'm guessing that was a bit of a walking horde going past. Ah, that's where I'm getting the gunpowder probably also from. Alright. Well, solving all kinds of mysteries today. Let's see. Go up and see what's up here. Obviously, that's where, like, the cache is. I'm not expecting there to be anything else up here. I'm guessing there was just zombies that were triggered by the noise. Come on. Come on. Fuck's sake. I swear, my fucking coordination on a ladder is about as equal to real life. There's a floating... Ah, there's stuff over there. Oh, I wish I had a parachute to just, like, choo, straight over there. Okay. I do want to go into Shamways, but that looks like there's 2 Shamways. I don't really want to go into both of them. What else we got here? Dude Bros, there's a deli. I'm not seeing a bank yet. Huh. Okay, we'll go back down. Fuel station. So I'm going to work my way back down as well as I can off this roof, because I don't really want to go all the way back through the building, but I know that if I don't take it properly, I'll just die. Alright, let's go down here. There we go. Okay, so not that building. Let's have a look in here. I have some space. I'm not particularly after any specific foods. But I do want to see if I can get, like, rotted flesh and some stuff. There we go. That looked like a hand for a second there, more than bread. Let's see. There's register's not lootable. This isn't lootable. Oops. Hi. This is. There is food stuff. That looks like a solid ass store. I like checking out the drink machines because they sometimes have, like, you know, an energy drink or something. Huh. Yeah, I could say that whoever broke the hinges off that to get into there was probably disappointed as well. I know if I was in a, you know, post-apocalyptic scenario and I thought that perhaps there could be, like, you know, extra food or good supplies or something, I'd probably try to break down the door. Ooh. But wait a minute. Let's just make sure we finish with this spot first. I'm prone to just walking off. So this is kind of cool. This is what, like, the back of the grocery store, going into more, like, businessy sort of areas. Break room, no zombies? A little surprised. Kind of expected a bit of zombies with my break room. Like, are you even having a break if there's no zombies? Let's see what else I can get you to carry. Honestly, don't need to be carrying cobblestone, but at some point I will, just for the shits and giggles, just upgrade a brick somewhere. I'll find it very amusing. I do love stealing these pot plants. Let's see. Nobody in there? Yeah, I kind of figured the cupboard. I'm hearing zombies walking up. That sounds like a walking horde. I mean, it's not a problem if it is. It's just like, you know, I'd like to see it before it sees me. Classic. Huh. They sound like they're like just outside. Like they sound like they're just outside this wall. Maybe they are. Maybe there was like just a staircase up. Okay, so there's the goodies over there. Let's have a quick peek. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Nothing notable, that's for sure. Whoa. Come on, get my gun. Oh, shit. Alright, it was a fucking zombie horde coming up. Or maybe not. What's going on? Yeah, that looks... Oh, that's 100% trustworthy. I'd walk over that any day. You know, not shifty fucking eyes. So... It does sound like they're, like, right underneath here. What is going on with this room? Ah. Yeah, okay. Dodgy as fuck. I reckon they are outside that door. Hey, there's another cache on that other... Hey, a book I haven't read. Dramatic Weapons Handbook number 5. Oh, there's something. Oh, hello. You guys figure out the door, did you? Calm down, love. You came in through that. These guys really are surprising me lately. Oh, that's an internal staircase door. Okay, look. If you're just gonna stand out here making a racket, you might as well come in. Okay, that's it for now. There'll be more later. But I want to get up here to this cache, because look, there's a cache over there. Okay, I'm going to need to get rid of some shit. I don't need cobblestones. I'll forget and be like, where are my cobblestones for upgrading a block later?